Good evening. Good to be back. Here. First game. Still a lot of stuff we got to clean up. Repetitive now, back-to-back games. The Harvard one didn't count, but giving up 50 points in the second half. And we'll watch it. Decipher. Exactly what the issue was. But without watching it, our transition defense, our on-ball defense. And lastly, just securing rebounds, cleanly in the second half. It's a game we felt we should have scored well over 100 points. Jameer, welcome to the post-game presser. I'm really, really proud of our young guys, our bench. That's what the bench is supposed to do. Bench is supposed to either withstand a good start or elevate a not-so-good start. And these guys got in the game and did that. The first group did guard. Second group guarded just as well, but they also played a really free-flowing, offensive game. They passed the ball, they cut, they got good shots. They look how we looked in practice, and proud of the second group. Oswin did a good job, as well. But going to keep working to keep getting better. Got a really good team at Mohegan on Saturday, and the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Questions for the players?
Jameer, first college game, Big East environment. You're playing a Holy Cross team that is coming in. They're tough. They have players. Can you speak to kind of the pace of the game and how you look so comfortable out there at speed like this?
First off, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to play the game tonight. But back to your question, I had to catch on to the pace in the second half. In the first half, once everything got going, I got tired. Looked at Kim and told him to take me out. I was tired, but once I got used to the pace, it was just an easy game for me. Just letting the game come to me, not forcing anything. So.
Jameer, I think there was a moment in the first half you kind of pushed the ball and you found this guy in the corner. Just talk about the synergy. Both of you being up here, both being, your first college basketball game and having this moment.
I trust Vaaks. I trust Vaaks to hit an open three every time, no matter what. So if I see him, I'm most likely gonna go to him if he's wide open. I trust he's gonna go in. So.
Stefan, how about yourself? Your first, taste of American college basketball here in Providence. It had to feel good to have that first three go in. That got you going a little bit.
Yes, for sure. Coach told me, you're gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I did not sleep like a baby tonight. But yeah, that first free felt really good. That first layup really got me going. And after that free, I felt comfortable on the floor.
And then the challenges in the second half. What did you see in the second half where Holy Cross got going a little bit?
I think we started off soft. I think they hit like 3 threes in a row, and they got back to the game. And then it was just like a snowball effect from there. But we got the dub. That's the most important thing.
Coach mentioned the defense. You guys are out there. What do you see defensively that you can be better at? For either player.
Repeat your question, please.
Defensively, what do you think you guys can do out there better?
Definitely talking, trusting each other to know that we're in the right spot, and then our rotations, and then just being able to listen to our team.
And to add to that, I think we can do much better on one-on-one defense, especially I think me, when I get tired, I kind of lose control, and I think me especially, I got to do a better job there, and I think as a whole team, we can do a better job there too.
Stefan, how you obviously had a major injury back in the spring. Just how, pleased have you been with the rehab process and, progressing at a rate that's allowed you to kind of be ready here for the first game of the season?
Yeah, there's injuries that are worse than that, but these 3 months, I put a lot of work in. From the day one when I got injured, I went straight to the gym and just try to get my legs back as fast as I can. And man, like this feeling like of like being back on the court is just I mean I got butterflies when I was out there, so never gonna take that for granted, and I'm really, really thankful to be back on the floor.
Any more questions for the players? Okay. Thanks, guys.
Good job. Good job. Oh, you're welcome.
Questions for Coach?
Kim, what did you see from your starters? It seems as if they never really kind of got into the groove that I'm sure.
Yeah, I thought, and again, I got to watch it, but I felt like we got some good shots early. I know Jalen got a three from the right corner. You know, Oswin, you know, he obviously got the dunk to start. Cole had a point blank one at the rim. He came in early. You know, he played with the starters. But it's just like, you know, we're going to be really, really good when the ball moves. When the ball moves. Because we have a lot of really good players. Like, I mean, you know, Rich Barronback, that's another guy that's a really good player. I told the guys a Pete Carrill quote at halftime of the Harvard game, or maybe after the Harvard game. Pete Carrill has a great quote. He says, crisp ball movement relieves the tension in the offense. And the second group didn't have much tension in their offense. I feel like the first group did. So we'll watch it, get better. I want our guys to shoot open shots, pass it when you're not. Basketball is a simple game. If you're open, shoot it. If you're not, pass it.
And were you surprised at all by the impact of the two guys who were up there with you?
No.
I mean, in the very first college game?
Not at all. Not at all. We have 10 guys, and I've said this to our team, 10 guys that could start. There's not much separation. Our second team beats our first team in practice. You know, it's not a surprise. You know, we've had a very competitive 10, 11 guys. We have a very deep team, and you know, so it's going to be different guys every night. And I've said this before, and it's not just coach speak. The go-to guy on our team is the open man. You know, and once we truly adopt that mindset, I think, you know, this team can be really special. I think we should have scored well over 100 points tonight.
Kim, how do you think Corey looked out there?
Yeah, he looked good. He played. Chris Hageman, I'm not a good minute restriction coach. Corey was on 16 to 20 minutes. You know, he got 26. But Jalen was in foul trouble, so that's my excuse. But he feels good.
Did foul trouble kind of maybe disrupt a little bit in the first half?
A little bit towards the end, but again, we're so deep. Foul trouble can go one of two ways. You know, Jalen Sellers played with 4 fouls for a big chunk of the second half. But because, you know, if he fouls out, we feel really good about his backup. I mean, Ryan Mealer's coming in, you know, or Stefan Vaaks is coming in. You know, Jameer Jones is coming in. So foul trouble is you know, we'll see how they're playing. Guys who played through foul trouble, we'll sit guys with foul trouble.
How much do the two guys who work at the podium with you earn trust from you and the coaches as the game went along? Like, you know, Jameer's out there, crunch time, I think, you know, Stefan was pulled in there, I think, after.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in the NBA, you know. You have a rotation of 10 or 11, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10. The kids would like to say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but those guys, my daughters are going to like that one. I'm going to send my daughters that one. But those guys, their rope goes with how well they play. How well they do in their minutes, their minutes extend. You know, all right, we got what it is on our rotation sheet, but if you look down, Jameer Jones is 7 for 7. Stefan Vaaks is 5 for 9, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. You know, plus 14 when he's on the court. Those minutes are going to go up. You know, and if you look in, you know, you're turning it over, you're not playing well, your minutes will go down. That's how it is on a deep team.
Kim, this is the fastest pace you've played, according to Ken Palm, in any game since you've come to Providence. How do you marry that up-tempo with time and score at the end and making good decisions?
Yeah, we talk about that. I watch a lot of basketball, and I usually watch it from a lens of what I do. It's a marriage of when we get the rebound, we're looking to push. Versus when they're back, kill it. Maybe if that's at the 2-minute mark. With a lead. But we talked about it late in the game, and we decided no, we want to go. We 76 possessions tonight, 75 to 80 is where we want to be every game. Only won the possession battle by 2. Turned the ball over more than we'd like, but that's good. 10 turnovers with 76 possessions, we'll take that. But we want to, offensive rebound more and defensive rebound more, and that's why I think we could have scored more. Free throws were okay, missed some front ends of 1-and-1s.
Kim, Steph, 19 points tonight, but what excites you about him as a passer? We saw a little bit of it today, but I know he's got.
Yeah, he takes great pride in. He's not a shooter. He's not just a shooter. He's a basketball player. He in our practices, he's led our team in pick and roll looks. The ball's in his hands a lot. He's playing in the ball screens the right way. The ball screen is not for you. The ball screen is for the 5-man. The ball screen is for the 5-man. And how the defense takes away the 5 is who you pass the ball to. And he does a great job of that.
I think Jameer had a similar points and efficiency game against Harvard. How have you seen him progress since he's got here and kind of embrace his role?
Man, he had a rough practice the day before Harvard, and we watched film right after practice, and I went at him, and I was kind of at home that night thinking, man, I'm curious how's he going to respond. And I texted him that night 3 things I want him to focus on: running hard, playing in a stance, and boxing out. If Jameer Jones can do those 3 things, his talent and upside and ability, it takes care of itself. He's so naturally gifted. He's a brilliant cutter. He turned down 2 shots tonight. I wish he would have shot 2 threes. He went driving into, traffic. So, again, every guy on our team, I'm serious. Rich Barron, 1 through 11, our rotation, but Jalen Harrell, Pateras, Penis, like the guys that aren't in, they're good players. We can only play 10. But they all can have, everyone that checked into the game today will have a great game this season. A great game. It's not one guy you can take away and stop us. There's not one guy on this team that is going to do it. It's the collective.
Kim, do you maybe anticipate when Rich does come back to maybe bump that up to 11?
11's hard. We have talked. Rich wants to play. He's coming back. He's working his way back. He's a great guy that have. And again, if he might have been in the 10, if he wasn't hurt. We've had great competition in our practices, but 10 is where we are for now. But like tonight, a great example. There were multiple guards with 2 fouls in the first half, and Rich would have played tonight. Because he's a guy we trust. He started in the Big East semifinals as a freshman.
How's he progressing?
Good. He's doing well.
Any more questions, Coach?
Thanks, guys.